Hi everyone. Right now I'm just going to give my personal statement speech self-evaluation. The two differences I mainly noticed between my introductory speech and my self-evaluation speech was how comfortable I was speaking in front of a camera as opposed to an audience of people. So at the beginning it took me a while in the introductory speech to get used to just being in front of a camera. But by the time I did my personal statement speech, it was a lot easier and I felt more confident in what I was saying, and so I felt a lot better at the beginning. Throughout the middle of my personal statement speech, I think I rambled on a little bit too much because I got too comfortable in front of a camera, as opposed to my introductory speech where I was worried I wouldn't have enough time. My personal statement speech, I had too much time. And by the end of my personal statement speech, I felt super comfortable in front of the camera, and I thought it turned out pretty good at the end. I concluded it better than I did my introductory speech, and I felt pretty confident that I got my point across that I wanted to get across from my speech. Some strengths I saw in my speech were I felt confident with what I was saying, and I spoke because I could speak confidently. It helps when you get to pick what you want to talk about and what you truly believe in, because I really believed and related to my topic I chose, and so it helps me to be more confident in my speech. And when you are more confident in your speech, it gives for a better speech and allows people to be able to relate better and understand your speech better. So I think that was a good strength I had. And another strength I had was I think I used good gestures, and I spoke to the camera better than I did in my introductory speech. That was definitely a struggle I had in my introductory speech. Was I struggled with just speaking to the camera and I'd look up. But in my personal statement speech, I think I stuck better to looking at the camera and just focusing more on who I was technically talking to. Some things I need to improve on for further speeches are I rambled a lot in my personal statement speech. That speech I probably could have given in about 3.5 minutes, and it took me about 5.5 because I rambled on and I repeated a lot of the same stuff when I really could have gotten my point across more easily. So that's something I need to work on. And I need to work on looking at the camera and standing still. That's still a struggle for me because I get nervous no matter what. So that's something I need to work on. Maybe just speaking louder, talking more slow, just stuff I need to work on. My goals for my next speech are to use my strengths and weaknesses to make for a better speech and to apply that for further topics. My next further speech, I'd like to put a lot more research into it, and so I can relate more to the topic. But I did relate to the topic for my personal statement speech, so that definitely helped. So I'd like to do that again with my further speeches and just be more confident and just use everything to make my speech better. And overall, I would give my personal statement speech an 7 or 8 out of 10. I just didn't for myself, I don't like when I ramble, and so that's why I'd give it that grade. But if I didn't ramble in the middle and make it longer than it should have been, I would have given myself more of a 9. But anyways, that's my evaluation of my personal statement speech. Thank you for listening.